Hi, I'm the Tabletop teacher. In this video, I'm going to explain 3 things about the Super Sense's standard defense power. How to use it, how to make the most of it, and how to counter it. The Super Sense's power is identified by a red background in the defense slot of the dial. When an opponent hits you with an attack, Super Senses gives you a chance to evade that attack. You roll a die, and if you get a 5 or a 6, the attack doesn't hit you, it's evaded. I remember thinking in my first few games that Super Senses was not all that impressive. I would prefer characters with damage-reducing powers like Invulnerability or Impervious over Super Senses. But the more I played with better players than I am, the more that made me realize just how powerful Super Senses actually is. Thanks to Super Senses, not only do you have a chance to evade a successful attack that could deal damage to your character, you also have a chance to evade other types of attacks, like Mind Control, Incapacitate, and Telekinesis. Being impervious doesn't protect you against Mind Control. Super Senses can, but true, there's an element of chance to success. If you want to stack the odds in your favor, look for characters that have a combination of Super Senses and Shape Change. This gives the character 2 layers, if you will, of attack evading possibilities. Shape Change is somewhat similar to Super Senses. You roll a die when an opponent targets your character for an attack, and on a result of 5 or 6, your character cannot be targeted. Now, if that roll should fail and your character also has Super Senses, you still have a chance to evade the attack. The Earth 2 Red Tornado has this combination on her first 4 clicks, and on top of that, her Super Senses succeed on a roll of 4, 5, or 6. Good luck hitting her. If you expect your opponents to have Super Senses, you'll want characters on your force with Precision Strike early on the dial. A Precision Strike cannot be evaded. It essentially renders Super Senses useless. There's also Pulse Wave that ignores just about everything, including Super Senses, so that's a good option as well if none of your characters are in the way. But there's another way around Super Senses. Since this power allows your opponent to possibly evade an attack, keep in mind there are ways to damage your opponents with something that's not an attack. The Poison power, for instance, is not an attack. There's no attack roll, but it deals damage. Force Blast is technically not an attack, so you could knock back a character with Super Senses into a wall or off a cliff and deal knockback damage. And Super Senses can't do anything against characters that have the Mystic's Team ability. When a character with the Mystic's Team ability is hit, the attacker is dealt 1 click of unavoidable damage. Blackbriar Thorn from the World's Finest set is going to give those super sensed characters a headache with his far-reaching penetrating poison and Mystic's Team ability. Do you have a favorite character that can use Super Senses? Do you have a special way of dealing with opponents using Super Senses? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the Tabletop Teacher. And as always, thanks for playing with me.